Hey, what's up ThunderCats fans, it's review time. I'm so excited to be talking about the brand new Super 7 ThunderCats Wave 2 Deluxe Cheetara. So what's new with Cheetara? Well, of course, she's not been available for quite some time, and she's got a long history with getting produced, but she's in stores now, in Target stores throughout the US and online retailers across the globe. But she is finally back in stores after a long delay since the previous 2011 incarnation. So it's fantastic to get Cheetara in stores again, so that new kids can get exposed to this. New fans, and then of course old fans, parents taking the children. They are probably also going to buy one for themselves. So that's rather cool that we have an opportunity to finally get Cheetara back in stores again. And of course it's got that old vintage feel with the packaging. The backdrop here is of course that old splattered white and black that we had with the vintage line. Old vintage logo, of course. This is a little bit different here, but it really does give a nice throwback to the original vintage toy line from LJN. But Super 7 is doing a great job giving us deluxe figures from the Ultimates line. So you can own this one again. Instead of paying $200 for her, you can now get her for, as far as I know, they're still $35 in stores. So that's really just great news. So I'm gonna open her up and see what she looks like on the inside. The back, she's got the same art that we've got with Wave 1, of course, but she's a gorgeous figure. I mean, she's beautiful. So I'm gonna take her out and see what she looks like on the inside. It's just the basic figure with her bow staff in both formats, the short and the long. But just look at this face. This is really just beautiful. Okay, let's look at Cheetara's articulation. So this figure has got the exact same articulation as the Ultimates version. Head goes around all the way. This hair is nice and soft and pliable here, so it can go around. It moves a little bit forward. Backwards is actually just a bit of a problem because of the hair, but it can go all the way around. And then she's got this boob swivel right here. This is nice and tight. This is actually a lot tighter than the Ultimates version. Arms go out all the way, can go up as well. It is nice and tight, as you can hear. And then here she's got the bend here by the elbow, and then the wrist exactly the same as with the regular figures. So these are not painted hands, so that is also one thing where you can see the difference. In terms of the legs, let's just see, she can kick them out all the way, which is fantastic. She can do the splits, and then at the knee as well, bend them almost 90 degrees, and then here she's got this nice swivel here by the boot. So that is her articulation in a nutshell, so you can pose her in all the different poses that you want. So let's look at the differences between these two versions of Cheetara. This is the Ultimate version, and then this is the new Deluxe version. Now, as you can see, which is quite apparent, is the paint. So she has got shading on here with the Ultimate version, but there is no shading on the body anywhere with this figure, which is quite apparent, but it's really not a negative thing in terms of the figure. I mean, for $35 you will definitely be quite happy to receive such a beautiful figure. Another thing that I've noticed is that a lot of the paint is injected into the body itself. So like this arm of hers, it's not painted, whereas this one is painted. So if that's a deal breaker for you, that is quite a pity, but it is really not a problem for me at all. I just love this. It is really beautiful. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel waxy or shiny or anything of the sort. It's just a beautiful version of Cheetara, and I think they managed to get this looking quite matte. So on her lower arm, she has got this piece here that has got borders, different orange versus this darker red on the Ultimates one, whereas this one on the Deluxe is all just one color. So the little bow staff still fits in exactly the same. I mean, this is the exact same sculpt, but the only difference is, of course, that there is no bordering in terms of shading color on the side. Then also here with the wrist, this is colored white as in the cartoon, and then this is colored this dark orange. Now what's interesting is the vintage toy actually had this color bracelet on, so that's rather interesting that they've gone this way. So on the boots as well, you can see there is shading on here as well. It actually looks like a completely different color on here, which it is, but there is definitely shading on here where this one does not have anything. Even on the lower part of the boots, you can see it's different shades of this orange, but in essential it is really just the same figure. The face as well, you can see the shape of the eyes looks a little bit different on here. Even the color of the hair is definitely, this is a way brighter yellow than what the Ultimate version has. And then at the back, let's take a look here. Also, just some minor color differences here. This is obviously way more apparent than this more muted with the shading and so on. And then if you look at the back, she is painted, the two different tones. And then this one has got that as well. So the deluxe version does have that correct here. She has got the two tones there. So the bow staff itself is two different colors as well. This is the gold one that came with the Ultimates, and this is more of a, it is gold, but it's definitely a different shade of gold. It looks more copperish than this gold, but it's the same thickness and everything, so it is really just the same stuff, just in a different color. It looks a little bit more see-through than this one, so I don't know if it's because this one is injected with the color where this one seems to be painted on. So let's try and see if we can replace the parts with an Ultimates version. I'm going to take this out and then just swap the hands out and see if this is easy to replace. And yes, it actually does work perfectly, so you can still change out hands from the Ultimate Cheetara or from other figures that has got similar pegs to use on the deluxe version. Let's try the head. So this has got this peg here, and I'm just going to move it over. It does seem to fit. Yes, there we go, perfect. So you can have this head on whichever one you want. If you prefer this head or the other head, here we go. Here we have the 4 different versions of Cheetara we've gotten through the years, and then I'm starting with a brand new deluxe version, and then to her left is of course the Ultimate Cheetara, and then the toy inspired version, and then to the far right we have the glow in the dark version. So in conclusion, what do I think? Is this worthy of your shelf? Of course it is. Cheetara is definitely, she's beautiful, she's bright. I love this. The same with Tigra. She is just way more cartoony in terms of the colors because there is no shading on them. So I just love it. Don't get me wrong, I love the shading on these figures, but this just works. This is just so lovely. I adore it. I love the face. I love the eyes on there. The shading, the purple shading on the eyebrows is beautiful. The articulation is fantastic. So it feels even better than the previous version. She is just gorgeous. I recommend getting Cheetara. If you find her on the shelf, she might sell out there as well because she is busy selling out everywhere for the last few years, the Ultimates version of her. And I know somebody just informed me there was one left and whether you should get the Ultimates version or not. And I said go get it because you're not going to get it again. So she sold out at that platform. But I'm just so happy that we as the fans can get these deluxe figures from Super7 in stores in the USA. I know they are available everywhere else in the world at online retailers. I know Comics and Cocktails in the UK has also gotten their stock in. So this is just so amazing to get another chance at owning Cheetara. So well done. Super7 will have these on sale on their website very soon. We just have to keep an eye on their social media. But this is just beautiful, and thank you Super7 for sending this along. This is just a beautiful figure.
Super7 ThunderCats, the ultimate heroes.